Well, hello there guys, and welcome to another art video. Now, today we are using acrylic and we're painting some hands, and this is mainly for my A-level art project, where I'm sort of exploring abstract art, and so I'm using acrylic to paint sort of half realist hands with like a sort of abstract movement feel. I'm looking more at futurism than I am at anything else really, but so I also thought, for today's video I would maybe change it up a little bit and just give you guys a few tips that maybe some people don't actually give people, because you hear a lot of the time, or you just need to practice a lot, you need to do this, you need to do that, and it doesn't really all sort of form in your brain. But today we're working with acrylic, and the thing with acrylic is that you need the right materials. It's a lot different compared to, like, say, I don't know, pencil, because you could work with any sort of charcoal, graphite or anything like that. It doesn't have to be expensive or inexpensive, it doesn't matter, like it will all have the same effect. But with acrylic and sometimes with watercolour, it depends what watercolour you buy, it can be very different. You need to get some sort of more high-end products. Today I'm using Dada Rowney acrylics. I've recently upgraded to them because previously I was using some quite cheap ones, and that was mainly my problem, and I thought, if I talk about it, you guys might have had a similar experience where you're struggling with acrylics and you don't quite know why. The thing with acrylics is that when they're cheap, what they do is they actually add some PVA glue into them. Much like poster paints, you can mix PVA glue into those and they'll stick better. Acrylics with PVA in them are really hard to blend together. Now, I'm not saying that they're impossible to blend together, I'm saying that it makes it quite hard for you, and especially if you're learning how to use acrylics, they're not really the best thing to have. So if you are out there and you're looking to buy some acrylics, I do strongly suggest you save up the money to buy some nice ones. And I mean, you don't really need to go out and buy like a set of like 30, because to be honest with you, all you really need is primary colours and then black and white, and maybe sometimes brown, because brown is like kind of hard to mix when you've just got primary colours, like, just in my opinion, especially with acrylic. As for actually painting, obviously you're going to need yourself some nice brushes. The other thing is, this is the only thing that you probably should buy that's cheap, and it really won't matter what, is just a palette. I've got one from Hobbycraft that was like 50p, I think, and it's just like this bit of plastic with a few dents in it. Other thing with acrylic, make sure you're constantly cleaning your water. I know with acrylic, like, you feel like you shouldn't really have water all the time, but it is a massive thing that you really do need. Having sort of like murky water really like messes up your colours, and it doesn't mix well, it doesn't look nice. You quite often get this sort of like foggy white overlay over all your colours if you have this foggy murky water. So you want to make sure you're frequently changing your water when you're painting with acrylics. Other than that, there's blending tips, there's painting tips, there's loads of other things that I could go on and talk about, but this was mainly just like materials sort of rundown, what I think would be good to help get you started and things like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little sort of like talk. Tell me what you want to sort of see next time, if you want some sort of other tips with like maybe pencils or graphite or charcoal, or I don't know, like ballpoint pen, anything like that, and then I can sort of try it and give some of my advice to you all. Hope you enjoyed, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.